What is going on with the Alabama run game? You know I love Ryan Grubb, okay? But I don't like the fact that Alabama is ranked number 119 in the country right now. I think they are fully one-dimensional. With that said, they are still winning games. They have talent and extraordinary defense right now. I know. I'm talking Alabama defense in November, and I'm talking Alabama basketball in November. I mean, I love it, right? Things change, but we got to get the offense from being one-dimensional. There's too much talent. But I want to ask you, what do you think would get Alabama's running game going? Sound off inside the comment box. In the meantime, I'm going to play Coach Ryan Grubb, offensive coordinator here at Bama. He was asked about the running game and asked, is it a mental deal? And he didn't think it was a mental deal. Here's that clip.
Postgame Ty was talking about the running game and saying that there's some mental aspects that he thinks are getting in the way of success at times. How do you think the mental game is affecting the running game at this point?
I don't think it's a mental thing. I think there's some physical things that the guys know we got to do a little bit better, and I know they're going to battle to make those things right. So I don't think it's a mental issue. I don't think there was a bunch of missed assignments or some guys getting beat at the point of attack at times, and we got to improve that, and they will.
Look, is this a thing? Is like, can Ryan Grubb not run the football? I mean, everybody has something, right? And I think you look at a team like Alabama, you look at the running backs, and you're like, what is going on? And is it scheming? Is it the running backs? I think when you and I'll show you this. Look, when you look up, this is very interesting. When you just look up, why was Ryan Grubb fired at Seattle? Let's see if I can get this on the screen real quick. The first thing that comes up is, this is interesting, right? Look, I just barely punched in anything and says, why was Ryan Grubb fired? I mean, yeah, I just typed it in. And on Reddit, it says, disconnected run and pass game. Routes to the same place on the field, lack of pass pro answers, wanted to be an outside zone team of gap, right? And then this AI overview says the Seahawks fired offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb because of a fundamental disagreement in the offensive philosophy with head coach Mike McDonald, coupled with concerns about the offense's lack of adaptability and inconsistent performance, particularly with the run game. Do you see that? Like, and I think, we're starting to question right now. And look, I am not about to sell Ryan Grubb at all. I'm just saying, if you ask Seattle Seahawks fans, they probably say that they didn't have an offensive line, but they also say that he didn't want to run the football, right? So there might have been a fundamental difference with the two coaches, but here we got to figure out what's going on, because we're getting into the part of the season where we're about to play for championships. We're about to play for the playoffs, right? We're about to make a run for the big thing, especially as the defense starts cooking. The last thing you want is the offense to kind of be going the opposite way. So let's see what happens. And then we also have to talk about the players as well. Look, I know people have been calling for AK Deer. Why haven't we seen him play? Why did we stop going with Kevin Riley? Richard Young, non-existent, right? So you have Jam back there, and you have Daniel Hill. I don't know if one is better than the other. They're both getting the same amount of yardage, which is like 2.2 per carry. Also today, Ryan Grubb was asked about Oklahoma and the ability of some sign stealing, or that they're good at gathering information within the parameters, nothing illegal. Here's Ryan Grubb talking about Brent Venables and kind of understanding signs going into this pivotal SEC matchup.
Coach, a couple weeks ago, Lane Kiffin suggested that Oklahoma might be good at stealing signs or gathering information. Is that something that you guys have talked about this week, and will y'all maybe change signs up, or maybe approach the offensive play calling a little differently, the process of the offensive play calling a little differently?
For sure, on all fronts. They're good at that, number one. And number two, we'll be changing everything. So if Coach Venables is listening, just know they're all changing. But they do everything within the parameters of the game, though, and they're nothing illegal about what they do. They're good at what they do, so certainly have to take that into consideration.
Yo, Oklahoma is a very good football team, okay? This particular football team ranked number 7 on defense. They are ranked number 1 in tackles for loss. They have 33 sacks this year as a whole. With that said, Alabama is, I think they're a 7-point favorite. I might have slid to 6.5. And, of course, we've been talking about their offense. But I think overall, collectively, like, this is a team built on defense. And we remember what happened last year when Alabama went to Norman. That was a game that I never thought in 100 years that Alabama would lose, and it ended up being a beatdown, right? So, and I clearly remember Brett Venables after the game saying that they punched Alabama in the mouth. I would play that clip again and again inside the locker room and get these guys inspired. So, look, Black Hoodie DeBoer, unbeaten at Bryant-Denny Stadium. They are riding a 17-game winning streak at Bryant-Denny Stadium, which goes back to 2023. Fix a couple things. I'm not worried. I'm just pointing out the run game, like everybody else in the entire nation has been talking about. I mean, ranked number 119 at Bama in the run game. Something is up. News as it happens. I got a ton more videos coming out. If you like the content, hit the thumbs up video. Hit the thumbs up right underneath this video. Get inside the comment box. Let me know how you would change the running game, what you would like to see from Alabama, maybe schematically. And, this is my biggest question, too. I've been talking about this for a long time. How do you feel about all these gadget plays? It's like every fifth play is like a gadget play. You got receivers throwing to quarterbacks, throwing to other receivers. You got offensive linemen carrying the football. I didn't know that Ryan Grubb was such a gadget dude. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. But at the end of the day, I think it comes down to being able to figure out this run game before you go against an opponent that's not going to make mistakes. LSU made too many mistakes. Tennessee made too many mistakes. Missouri didn't have the athletes to beat Alabama. Alabama's best game that they played collectively was against Georgia. And they played really well on offense and defense. So got to be able to find that. That's clearly there. Got to find it in the back end of the stretch. More videos coming up right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you, fam. Catch me inside the comment box. Give a roll tide. I appreciate y'all more than you know.